Welcome back to the channel, you guys. JP, my Jaguar F-Type R. So we are back to kind of working on the aerodynamics of the car. I'm gonna have to re-clear coat this edge. It's starting to flake. I've already done the top of this. We worked with Rocketfish Engineering. I 3D printed these. I did make a short about it a while back, but we're in manufacturing with these to bring our wing. These will sit in the original mount locations, but it will bring the wing up and in to almost roof line. So yeah, they are quite a bit taller, as you can see here. So that'll bring the tip of the wing to here and give us a GT3, GT4 style, better airflow, cleaner air. You know, yeah, it might look a little high. For most people, they might not like it visually. I know a lot of guys on these cars think they should be untouched, but honestly, one, it's my car. Two, we plan on tracking this thing eventually. So today we're going to be working on our homemade splitter that we're building. So all we're going to do today is we are going to measure the length of rods we are going to need to order. And kind of try to figure out placement for the rear rods, because this will be held in by 4 solid rods. So we'll go ahead and get rolling with all of this.
Built with soul, not just steel.
Since rods will have an adjustment on their own, we just need to get relatively close. Usually you'll have quite a bit of adjustment within the rod link itself, but this is kind of just propped up close to where it'll be. It's actually a little high on the front side, so we'll add maybe about a half an inch. Then we're gonna have to figure out eventually what kind of wind dam we're gonna build to close the gap between here and here. That way the air is forced through that. We want the wind to go here. There's channels that force down into a horizontal cooler there. So we need to make sure this stays open, but we want as much downforce up against the front of this lip as possible. So right now we're sitting about probably a half an inch up. So we need to accommodate for that when we are building our rods and figure out how we want our rods to look. So we can either run rods out at a V this way. We could run them underneath the parking sensor, which I'm not really feeling, or we could run them slightly this way. So we need to figure that out first, how we want the looks to look. So what I might end up doing is I think I have a few pieces of wood or something we can use to kind of visually see how this is gonna look. I'm thinking kind of outward is gonna be my best looking. So we're roughly at about, if we say 14-inch rods, that kind of gets us in the ballpark anywhere we want to place these. That one's a little long, but if we go this way, we just got to make sure whatever angle we do, we can almost go right there behind the sensor. But so yeah, let's see what kind of sticks I've got that we can make visually appear here, so we kind of know what we're working with. Okay, I had a piece of brake line that was pretty much almost dead on. I had to cut these at 13.5, but this is with a slight angle out. So if we went with these, there's already holes in the crash bumper. I don't know if you can see in there, but right where the rod's going, that we can use as a mount hole on both sides. Now these parking sensors can actually be rotated any direction. So if I need to rotate them up, as you can see right there, I can kind of rotate them. They're I kind of semi have them disabled anyways. I turn them off with the button on the dash there. So I'm not really concerned. They're more in there for so there's not just some random hole. But I'm thinking if we use both of those holes that are pre-drilled, we should be, I mean, we're right on our X's here. And that's, again, about a 14-inch rod. I think having the slight V kind of looks pretty mean. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. So I'm kind of in debate on, I did make this foam core. I was going to get into composite work and do the composite myself, but I just found out I can have this just CNC cut out of pre-pegged cardboard board. The only thing is it will have an open end where you can see the internal honeycomb core, so I'll have to figure out a way to fill that. But I can just take these measurements, make it 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, whatever thickness I think is right, and just have it CNC routed and cut out and shipped to me, because I'd like to get into, if this comes out good, maybe selling them. So that might be the cheaper alternative than hand laying the carbon, because that's a lot of work. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think here. I know it's kind of a shorter video. So the rear ones are gonna measure the exact same way. I'm keeping that part kind of a secret until we get it all done up. How I'm gonna mount the rear holes. I have a really good idea in my head, but I wanna make sure it's all gonna work first. Also, like I said, if I get into selling these. But what do you guys think? You think that's gonna look good there? Just so you know, max stick out on this splitter at the furthest point forward, which I think is this section, if I remember correctly, is 4.5 inches. So it keeps it under that 5 inch. I know there's different racing rules and everything else, but this keeps it under 5 inch at all points. We are gonna put a side fin here, help direct the airflow to the side splitters and out and down. So right now the tire is kicked out this way, but typically when the tire is straight, that wing runs. That's why we stuck it out the distance we did here, so that way when we put a little side fin, it literally is just right on this outskirts of the wheel line. So I don't know, I think it looks good, guys. I kind of like them kind of going inwards just a little bit. I think it gives it kind of a meaner look. Kind of looks like, you know, fangs on a snake or something. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. For now, I know it's a shorter video. Learning, building, and sharing the ride. This is JP Street Performance. Until next time.